Hi there, Jennifer here in the kitchen, Jenny D's kitchen. And I was just texting with Ashton and I was telling her what I was making tonight. She goes, ooh, you're fancy. So I'm trying one of our new recipes from this month's Taste Buds that Tegan Gerard from Half Baked Harvest has done in compilation. I don't know if that's the word I'm trying. I don't know why I always have such a hard time with that word. Anyway, with Pampered Chef, and it's called Autumn Herb Roasted Chicken with cider pan sauce. So this is using our bell pepper herb rub. So when you get our spices, they come in little packets like that, like I told you, and you usually have enough for 2 or 3 recipes. So anyway, so I've 2 tablespoons of down a little bit, and I'm using our new enameled cast iron skillet because it can go in the oven as well. So it tends to do about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast or thighs. So I'm doing 5 or 6. I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning, I think. So they talk about I'm using one of our little coating trays, really nice. I'll put a little bit more seasoning in, just because I love this one. And it says to cook that for 5 minutes per side in some extra virgin olive oil. And it calls then for a cup of apple cider, which I couldn't find today. I couldn't find a lot of things today at my local grocery store. So I decided I'm just going to use apple juice. It calls for 1/2 cup of dry white wine, but I just bought cooking wine, so just bought some cooking wine. And you could also do the swap out and use chicken stock. Calls for 2 Honeycrisp apples that are going to be cut in 10 to 12 wedges. You can also use Pink Ladies or Jazz apples. 2 shallots, which I couldn't find at my grocery store, so I'm just doing some onions. 4 garlic cloves, which I love. 4 fresh thyme sprigs. 6 fresh sage leaves. I'm not going to do either of those. I'm going to swap that out for some rosemary herb seasoning mix, which I would have got another month. So I'm going to use that. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons salted butter you cut that up and you put it around the apples when you go to put it in your pan in the oven. So yeah, so I'm going to let that cook up a little bit and we'll be back shortly. Jeff got me a new thing for doing my videos, and it's got a light around it. Don't I look lovely? Isn't the lighting just divine? Anyway, so we'll see you in just a bit. Hey there, so I got my chicken breast browned nicely. Might need a little bit more on that side, but we're good. Going to add a cup of apple cider, or in my case, apple juice, and 1/2 cup of wine, white wine or cooking wine. And then it says to bring that to a boil. So I'm sure things are going to start smelling even more yummy in a few minutes. Pour in the apple cider and wine, boil for 3 minutes, then remove from heat. So yeah, so we're going to bring that to a boil. And we're going to boil it for 3 minutes. Got my handy dandy little timer here. I've showed this before. You can time 4 things at once, which is lovely. So I'm going to have this going on. I could be filling water bottles up in the basement. I don't know. Could be doing lots of stuff. At least 4 things at the same time. So yeah, so this is going to start to boil. I'm going to clear that. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start my timer and I'll be back. Hey, so I'm back. I'm just getting ready to put this baby in the oven. I did up my 2 kind of apples, were they Honeycrisp apples, shared them with the dog, Anyway, and it calls for 10, it says to break them up or cut them up into 10 to 12 slices. So the perfect tool for that is our apple core. So nice, easy peasy. I've had this one for years. Cores your apple, 10 slices, lickety split. And like I said, I didn't have, unfortunately, I didn't have shallots, so I just used some sweet onion and 4 cloves of garlic with my handy dandy garlic press. One of my most favorite Pampered Chef tools. And look at that, the garlic, you don't even have to touch any of the garlic, although I don't mind. Some people don't really like it, but I love fresh garlic, so it doesn't bother me a bit. So, popping this into the oven for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna cook up some rice. I'm looking all around for my little thing to stop this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna cook up some rice, and then I'll show you the finished product. Let me tell you folks, it smells some yummy in here. I can smell the thyme, I can smell the garlic, I can smell the onion, I can smell the apples, I can smell this apple juice or apple cider, whatever you want to use. Anyway, I'm going to cook up some rice, and then we're going to have a yummy, yummy fall festive type meal. And it was so easy. Anyway, gonna talk to you later. Bye.